We sat down with singer-songwriter Dawn Kaufman Pardo. She tells us a little about her journey.
I got saved when I was 4, so it goes all the way back to my dad. My dad was in a ministry for 11 years called the Fourfold Gospel Quartet, and it was just something that was birthed into me, I think, because we were on the road very young. And but when I was 4 years old, I got saved, and then I just loved people, so I was always like at church camp. And then I became a counselor, and so I got that leadership bite, to want to be out and used by God in any way that He could possibly use me. And then, so of course, since ministry was singing for me at a young age, I just followed that where He opened every door, and went through some hardships along the way. But your life takes turns that you don't expect sometimes. But God's faithful, and He continues to keep that dream alive if you continue to be obedient and follow in the steps that He calls you to walk in. So I'm very thankful that ministry was something that God just birthed in me from day one, and it's a passion. It's a huge passion, and the more that you know how much He loves you, and the more that you receive that love, the more passion that flows through you, that you want to just continue to do it no matter what, at all costs. So
Dawn has developed the ministry, New Dawn Ministry. She explains what this ministry is all about.
I was involved in a couple ministries. I went through a ministry called 2020 Vision. I started that right after I left the family ministry that I was in for 29 years, and then I started in that, and then after that went into Overflow, which was another worship ministry that I did. And after that, there was a duet ministry that I did for a while that went into a trio ministry, and there was a little bit of rough times there and some hurt there, and I took a little bit of a sabbatical. I took a break, and I was kind of broken for a while, and I asked God, is this really what you want me to do? Am I supposed to keep doing this? And so through a lot of fasting, praying, searching, seeking, He birthed New Dawn Ministries. And I knew right away, just when He gave me the title, I was sleeping and I woke up, and it was, it's one of those things where you're out like a light and you just wake up and it just pops into your head, and the vision just then opens wide open, and you just know this is where I'm supposed to be. So New Dawn Ministries was New Dawn for me, starting over, and it just felt like something was just breaking forth. So it just seemed very, I don't want to say symbolic, but definitely prophetic, that God it was His title, not mine.
A few years ago, Pleasant Valley Assembly of God used one of Dawn's original songs in their musical, A Christmas Remembered.
It was been a few years. I don't even know if I know the date that song was written, but I remember the experience. I was actually just hanging out after church with a couple women, and this one lady came to me, and she started to share her heart, and it was the same woman that I had talked to a few months back, and then later on she came to me again, and it was just seeing people not be able to let go of stuff that they have given to the Lord over and over and over again. This song just burned in me to write a song about letting things go. And I know for myself, when I let something go, sometimes you do pick it back up, because it's like you're walking away after getting up from the altar, or you just literally hit your knees at your bedside, and you just say, God, I'm just going to let this go from now on. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to pick this up again. And then you do. And
Jesus, come and mend my broken heart. Oh, Jesus, come and heal my wounded soul. I've carried this for far too long now, and it's time, oh, it's time to let it go.
so it's just, this vision came to me where I saw this big basket at the foot of the cross, and not only do we go and we put our things at the cross and let it go, but we're putting them in the basket so we can't even see them anymore. It's like we put them down in there, the basket's there, we walk away, we turn around and look, and they're not visible to us because they're completely, they're just at the foot of the cross in this basket. And so when the song says, now walk away and be free, you know, it's just, I don't know why I titled it The Basket. I feel like that was just the main vision that I had for the song, so I just felt like there was no other title that there could be. So.
For his yoke is easy and his burden is light. Put your weapons down, he's already won this fight. Yes, he has. He says, look to me and see your victory. Now go, my child, leave it here with me. Now go, my child, and be free.
Dawn is a passionate worshiper and gifted songwriter. Another one of her songs got the attention of us here at Joy in the City, and we asked her to share a little about that song.
The song actually came from, I didn't want to sit down and just craft a song. I wanted it to be something that God, and when I was walking with my friend Suzanne, we all know Suzanne Schaefer, she's my good friend, but she, her and I used to walk together all the time, and I said we should write a song together because she's a writer and she writes beautifully, and I just value her opinion so much with certain things that we talk about, and she's like, that would be cool. So I wanted to write a song with her, and I asked her to help me. I wrote a couple lyrics, and she said, what if we put something in there like, his love is so big and so large that it saves the whole world, and yet it still lives in our hearts. And I thought, man, that's powerful. That's really powerful. So the whole song was actually built around that, you know, and I thought that's what the more is. It's that God's love is so huge and so it's just so big, and it's for us. It's not just Christmas. It's us. It's all the times.
It comes around every season, Christmas time again. The stores are filled, the gifts are bought, and the busy never ends. Bake the cookies and light the tree and hang the wreath on the door. These things can be important, but oh, there's so much more. Yes, it's more than just a story that we've heard so many times, and it's more than a baby born one starry holy night. It's about the gift he gave when his love did its part, large enough to save the world, yet still live in your heart. So as we celebrate this season, I pray you won't forget that miracles still happen, and your story's not through yet. And as the snow falls to the ground, and I'll sing you my song, don't let it end with Christmas. Show Jesus all year long, 'cause it's more than just a story that we've heard so many times, and it's more than a baby born one starry holy night. It's about the gift he gave when his love did its part, large enough to save the world, yet still live in your is that your life reflects the Father and the love He came to show. So the lesson that I've learned here, I pray you too will see. Oh, that it all begins right here, right now, in the hearts of you and me. 'Cause it's more than just a story that we've heard so many times, and it's more than a baby born one starry holy night. It's about the gift He gave when His love did its part, large enough to save the world, yet still live in your heart. It's large enough to save the world, it's still living your
If you would like to schedule Dawn to sing or speak for a service, gathering, or conference, you can contact her through her website at www.newdawnmintp.com. You can also find out up-to-date information by liking her Facebook page. Simply search Facebook for New Dawn Ministries. Lastly, in our talk with Dawn, we saw such a humble servant and woman of God, and we asked, is there anything else you would like our viewers to know about you and your ministry? Her response shows her heart and her love for Jesus.
If I could leave one more thing, is just to always stay, to always stay aware of the presence of God in your life, because it will change your life. We go about our day and we think, I'm going to make a t-shirt. I swear I'm going to make a t-shirt someday that says, God is not a devotional book. Because that's where people leave God, on the back of their toilet, or on their nightstand, or in their living room on the coffee table. And they leave the house thinking, oh, I didn't get to my devotions today. I didn't get to seek God today yet, but I will later, God, I promise. And God's thinking, I can go with you. I can ride shotgun. I can be with you all day long. I don't have to stay in the house while you go to work. And I just have this vision of Him saying, take me with you, So that's my biggest thing, is I'm trying to portray when I go out and I sing and I minister, I leave everybody with that. It's like His presence is so real. It's tangible. If you can just get a hold of that presence, it's tangible. And you're missing out if you don't make Him a part of your day. So
That's all the time we have today. Thanks for watching Joy in the City True Stories. Be sure to join us every Monday and Wednesday mornings at 7 a.m. as we share challenging messages from Pleasant Valley Assembly of God. Then we will return next Friday with another edition of Joy in the City True Stories. Until then, be encouraged, because God is moving in our city.
God is on the